friends, it's Kathy Clement with Kathy by Design. Welcome to Wonderful Wednesday. We are already in October. I'm just blown away. I can't believe how fast this year has gone by. But we are going to start making our Christmas projects so that you have plenty of time to get them done. And this week is our tag of the month. For our tag of the month, we're going to be using a variety of projects from Prima collections, present and past. If you take a look at my YouTube channel, and I'll link to this below, I also do a video showing you the products that we're going to be using as we make our October and November projects so that you can go ahead and get them in your stash in case you want to craft along. But this week, we're going to be making our tag of the month. It's going to be a really fun tea party tag of the month. And we're going to be working with 3 different Prima Christmas collections. The first is from this year. It's called 25 in Peppermint. And I just love this collection. I love the sweet images, the patterns. Look at these little happy snowmen. These are gold foil. I just bought a few sheets of the 12 by 12 that I thought I would be able to put to good use. So really, really lovely. And I think we're going to have fun with this one. This is also 25 in Peppermint. I just couldn't resist these little gingerbread men and the mugs of hot cocoa, which is what inspired today's project. This collection is from last year. It's called Christmas Market, and it is also a beautiful, beautiful vintage collection. And as you can see, those 2 collections flow together almost seamlessly. They're a beautiful matchup, right down to the gingerbread men and the little banners. So, and then I have from the year before that, Candy Cane Lane, which also has the same wonderful shades of pink and mint. And I think it's going to work together really well. I have a lot of this paper, and I want to go ahead and use it up while it can still be found. So look at these little deer with the trees, so cute. So you'll be seeing a lot of these 3 collections in the weeks to come. I also picked up the ephemera pack for 25 in Peppermint. I got a couple of those. I love adding ephemera to my projects. It's a great way to add dimension and design and to make things pop. And then I also got the ephemera for Christmas Market because I just fell in love with it all. They're also beautifully vintage, and you can use these in lots of different ways, and we will. And then I also got the foiled chipboard for Christmas Market, and I picked up some of these postcards from the North Pole. I really liked that the envelopes were already made and that there was a little postcard to slip inside. I've never used these before, so that's going to be a new one for me. I also have the little tags from Christmas Market because, again, you can do a lot with these, and I think we will have fun with them. So that pretty much covers what we're going to be working with today. So let me clear my desk, and we'll get started on this tea party in a tag box.
All the fields we go, laughing all the way. Bells on bobtail ring, making spirits bright.
So what are we making? Well, how about a sweet and shabby chic tea party in a tag? I've got my graphic 45. This is the packaging for some of their staples. And we've topped this with our beautiful papers. I've added a little window here that opens. This is a Prima Venetian window. You can still get these. And this opens, and inside there's a little Christmas shop. How cute is that? I just love this project. So this just closes and ties with a ribbon. It doesn't close flat because I put the glitter glass in there, but I really like the glitter glass. And then this will stand on its own as a Christmas decoration. So you can set this out in your kitchen or your dining room or in your studio. It stands up. So that's awesome. We built a little 3D scene here. And on the back is our box pocket with our vintage spoon, our peppermint stick, a Nani's chocolate biscotti. How sweet is that? then a package of cocoa, a little postcard in an envelope, and a tea bag, a Christmas tea bag. So you can write your note inside on the postcard on this. This is all decorated so that even once everything is out, it's still beautiful to look at. It's such a pretty project and it's not hard to make, so stick around because the tutorial is coming up next.
To ride and sing a sleighing song tonight. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way.
The very first thing I did was take one of the product packaging from Graphic 45 Vintage. This is from their brads that they used to make. And I painted both sides of it with an ivory chalk paint. And I didn't try to, I wanted my paint to be kind of, I didn't want it to be neat and smooth. I wanted it to be a little bit distressed because I like that look for vintage projects. The reason I use this instead of a regular tag is that it's super sturdy. And where we're going to have that tea party in a box on the back, it has to be able to support the weight of it. Then I pulled out my tag die and I die cut 2 covers for my tags. This one is from the Candy Cane Lane, and this one I believe is Christmas Market. And I inked the edges with Tattered Rose ink, just a very light. I just wanted there to be a little shadow. I didn't want it to be like screaming at us. So we're going to go ahead and glue these down, front and back. And the front is going to be a really beautiful shaker frame that will double as home decor. So we'll get to work on that as soon as we get this tag covered. Now, if you don't have the tag die, you can just trace around the tag and then cut the sides and the bottom, and then shift it down so that your holes will match up. But if you can get the tag die, I highly recommend it. I've probably used them almost more than any tag die, any die I have in my stash, aside from like a standard circle die or something like that. All right. So these are going to go down just like this.
Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way.
The next thing I want to do is create our shaker element. And this time I'm going to use this Prima Venetian shutter. It's the perfect size for the tag. It's already been distressed, so it looks like it's got a little bit of frostiness on it. And I've cut a 3 1/4 by 3 1/4 inch piece of acetate to go in there. So I'm going to run my glue down along the frame. There's actually a frame, and then the shutters sit over the frame. And this is a quick and easy. I've done this before. And we're just going to carefully slide this into place and then press it so that it will stay where it's supposed to stay. And that's really all we have to do there. Whoops, we have to make sure it stays where it's supposed to stay. Oh, that is crucial. Okay. So I'm going to take my bone folder and I'm just going to go along this like this. And I can see I have a little overage of my glue. I'm not going to worry about that because I'm actually going to take some Dry's white glitter glue and put it in here with some faux snow to make it look like a frosty window pane. So I'm not going to worry about that. So I brought in some of the ephemera pieces. I'm going to take this French sweet chocolate and tear it in half. And our window basically runs from top to bottom. And we're not adding any dimensionals or anything to this because I don't want my sequins, my shaker mix, to get stuck in that. I'm going to put one of these down here, also coming in right about here. And I've got this pile of presents, so cute. Glue that down. I've actually got 2 of them there. Glad I saw that. So this is going to go right here. And before that sets up, I'm going to take one little gingerbread man. I'm actually going to pull this up a little higher because I want to make sure it's seen. I'm going to take one little gingerbread man. These are so stinking cute. And put him right here. And take the other one. And I want to tuck him in. Kind of right here. Like that. So I found this little Peppermint Kisses sentiment to go up here. Super cute. It's going to go right along there. And now I've brought in a bunch of shaker elements. Yeah, that looks really, really good. Okay, that looks good. And now I'm just going to take my adhesive, I'm going to close the doors, I'm going to take my adhesive, and the back is flat. So these are really easy to use. You can still get these, and I'll link to them on my blog, and I'll put the link to my blog in the description box below this post. All right, I actually am going to open these out because I need to see where I'm putting this. All right. And I'm just pressing that down. Look how sweet that is. And once that dries, it will stand up nicely. So there's that.
Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
All right, friends, I've taken some of our little gems and added them in between these banner pieces. And then I tied 2 itty-bitty bows with iridescent metallic string. And we're going to put these down on the ends to kind of bring some life and dimension to this adorable little banner. Okay. And then we're going to put just a tiny dab of glue on the top of our bow. And we're going to take these pink gems and put them in the center. Just like that. Look how cute that is. Okay. So before we go any further with decorating our shutters, I'm going to close these. I'm going to flip our tag over and we're going to build our box pocket.
Day or 2 ago, thought I'd take a
All right, friends, I want to make this box pocket. I cut a piece of paper to 7 7/8 inch 5. So I'm going to line this up in the 8, and I'm going to score at 7, and I'm going to score at 6, and I'm going to line it up again and score at 7 and at 6, and then I'm going to line it up on the 5 side, and I'm going to score at 4 and 3. Before I fold, I'm going to come in with my scissors and I'm going to cut out this outer rectangle right along the scored lines, and I'm going to do that on each side. Okay. Then on this inner score line on each side, I'm going to cut straight up. And this little tab is going to fasten into the bottom of our box to keep everything neat and tidy. So I'm going straight up, and then I'm cutting a skinny triangle out of the corner. So now we look like this. Now I'm going to bring in my bone folder, and I'm going to fold here, and I'm going to fold here, and here, and here. I'm going to fold this one straight back as one piece, and this one straight back as one piece, and then I'm going to fold here and here. And you want to crease or burnish these score lines very, very well. So now I'm going to put my little legs up. I've got it face down. My little legs, my tabs are up. And I'm going to put my adhesive on my tabs. And then I'm going to take this tab and fold it in just like that. So you see I've got this flap here and this flap here, and then our tag sits down in the bottom of our box. So if you've ever made a box, it's the same, exactly the same way as making a box, only it's only like 3/4 of a box lid or bottom. So it's really not hard. Now this flap folds. Well, first I'm going to burnish this well with my bone folder to press those corners into place and everything. And you see everything is neat and square. These little pieces are going to fold in. I'm going to put adhesive here and here. This is going to fold up. Like this, okay? And get everything nice and straight. There we go. Looks good. I'm just going to burnish everything into place. I'm going to close my shutters, place my tag face down, and I'm going to glue this on the bottom, the very bottom of my tag. All right, so I have cut a 6 by 5 inch piece of our sweet gingies. I'm going to score 1 inch along the bottom, and then I'm actually going to come up here where I've got these little 1/16 of an inch, and I'm going to hit that again, and it's just going to help that to fold. And I'm going to get this at 5, and I'm going to do the same thing at 5. She says. And I'm going to do it again at 5. All right. Same thing, we're not going to fold it until we've cut our little pieces. And this time, we're going to just cut here and here. And we're not going to do like a little triangular. I'm cutting on the inside line. We're not going to cut a little triangular piece or anything. And this is going to go like this. And this is going to fold. Everything folds. This is going to go over. I think I cut it too tall. Let me see. Yes, I did. That only needs to be 4, not 5. Sorry, guys. All right. We'll use this little piece somewhere, I'm sure. Okay. So this piece turns in like this. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to trim. Yeah. I'm going to trim the tiniest little triangle off the outer edge of these. See, just like that. And that way, when this folds in, it fits perfectly. So again, put your adhesive on your tabs. And just fold these in. So that they're nice and square. And then this is just going to slip right over that box pocket, sort of like a cornice on a window. So go ahead and glue that down. I've put 1/4 inch score tape along the top of my pocket. And then I've got this pretty pink textured ribbon. This is like a burlap stripe. But any ribbon you have in your stash will do. Sadly, I think this has been discontinued, but I like it so well here that I decided to use it. I'm just going to press that onto my tape. All right, then I'm going to come in with 1/8 inch tape. This is always hard to find the end on, but I'm going to run it right along the very top, like this. And press it down. And then I have pretty pink tinsel that I'm going to press into that. And I will probably do at least 2 rows. But that just adds that little bit of holiday sparkle that we all love so much. It makes this a really delightfully shabby chic project, I think. You could also use lace. Lace would be really cute on the top of this. All right. Okay. So I just want to finish up this back side with a little bit of beautiful stuff. We're going to put like a little image up here so that even after this box pocket is empty, this is pretty to look at. And I've taken these from the ephemera pack, and we're going to create a little layer here, but we don't want dimension. We want layers, but not dimension. So I'm going to glue this kind of halfway back behind, and I'm going to glue this down. Right about here. Okay. And then in the ephemera pack, we've got this adorable little reindeer and elf. And then I've got these little jingle bells that we're just going to kind of put right up here in the corner. And then on the box pocket, we're going to put this little sign down here on the bottom. This is confections, and I'm not sure what fourrures is, but we'll have to look that up and find out. Something Frenchy sounding and tasty sounding. So that's going to go there. And then I'm going to bring in some Rene bouquets flowers to decorate this. So I think I really just want to put down one good size poinsettia, pretty leaves. I'm going to put these back behind. I'm going to come in with my tattered rose and I'm just going to lightly brush over the white petals. And the leaves, and then we're going to glue these down. There we go. All right, so there's the back of our box, and now all we have to do is wrap our goodies to go in there. And you can do that on your own. It's just like wrapping a present. You just wrap designer paper around it instead. And then the next thing we'll do is we'll go to work on this front part.
Soon Miss Fanny Bright was seated by my side. The horse was lean and lame. Misfortune seemed his lot.
So what I have is Art Glitter Dry's white adhesive, and I like to use this when I'm making snow. So I'm going to squeeze some of this out on this sponge. And this is not going to dry clear. This is going to dry white, so it's going to actually really look like snow. And I'm just getting this into the sponge. Kind of squishing it around a little bit. And I'm going to bring in my tree. And I'm just going to go over the branches of my tree. I'm going to kind of squeeze this into the branches to get the glue on there. And it doesn't have to be completely covered, but you know how a flocked tree looks? That's kind of the look I'm going for here. And you can see, I hope you can see on the camera, where the glue is sticking to the bristles of this sisal tree. All right. That's pretty good. And now I'm going to come in. This is Shabby Pink Stampendous. And I've been having a hard time finding my Stampendous Shabby embossing powders. For a while, Spellbinders was carrying them, but they seem to have stopped. I'm just going to tap off the excess here and see how pretty that is. It just really transforms it. So I'm going to take my little tree and I'm going to put hot glue on the bottom of it. And I'm going to stand this up and I'm going to put this in place on my little shelf here. Just like that. Okay. Then I'm going to come in. This is a cool thing I found at Michael's. This is called reindeer moss. I had never seen it before. But it's kind of spongy. See how it kind of looks like? It's kind of cool. So what I want to do is also hit this with some glue and embossing powder. I'm just going to tap this glue over this. And I'm going to put this over it. So pretty. So now I'm going to come along here. I'm going to break this into pieces and I'm going to do it over my tray because messy. And I'm going to take this hot glue. I'm going to put it around the base of my tree. Isn't that pretty? So it kind of looks like a snowbank around it. And I'm also going to put it down here. That's pretty fun.
We got into a drifty bank, and we got upset. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, how fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. In a one-horse open sleigh.
I'm going to take a little of my hot glue and these bead berry sprays, and I'm going to tuck them right in here, just like that. Add a little pop of color. Look how cute this is. I love it. And then I did take some of my embossing powder and run it along the base and the top just to add a little bit of sparkle. I glued down this pink poinsettia and this little cluster of candy canes. I have a piece of pink satin ribbon that I'm going to run through There we go. And I'm not closing these all the way because we've got that glitter glass on the inside. But I am going to tie a bow. And if you want your bow to go sideways, here's a tip. You pull your tails up and down. Well, that's about as sweet as it can be. I'm going to put the finishing touches on this. I've just taken a bunch of fibers from my stash. These are various specialty threads and baker's twine and things like that. Even crochet thread is great. And I've doubled it over twice and run it through the top of my tag. And now I'm going to take these little jingle bells and charms and things like that, and I'm going to lay them. They're each on their own little string because I wanted the lengths to vary. And I wanted them to be able, that one I'm going to put on the back. So I've got the snowflakes and the jingle bells on the front. Now I'm going to take my poinsettia from Renee Bouquets. And I'm going to glue this down right here. I've just got a couple of stamping blocks underneath to make this easier to work on because it's a little uneven and I find that hard sometimes. So that's all I'm going to do on the front. Then I'm going to flip it over to this side. Another one the same size in my stash. So I'm just going to do these back to back with my reindeer charm right here. There we go. That's better. All right. And I think that finishes us up. I'm going to put my spoon back in because it fell out. But I love this little topper. I love how shabby chic it is. And this is just a really sweet, really pretty project. There we go. Maybe like that. So there you have it. Tag of the month, October 2024 with Prima, Candy Cane Lane, Christmas Market, and 25 in peppermint, and some goodies from Renee Bouquets. Thanks for joining me, friends. Go get your craft on. Bye.
Dashing through the snow with a one-horse open sleigh. O'er the fields we go, laughing all the way. Bells on bobtail ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing a sleighing song tonight. Oh, jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle